Diaphone recently uploaded a video of his tournament bracket of Backpack Brawl 127 playing And I wanted to go over this match specifically because when he stopped playing during season 3 and season 4, and now he hopped back onto And one of the characters he never got to play, versus one of the matchups he didn't get to play is this character, Abba. So I wanted to see what we can learn from this and what we can take away from it. So let's get started. What I'm first expecting on round start is to be very, very defensive because Abba has very good round start options to stop Eno's 2S, which is the main poke and round start option for And you do not want to give Abba more jealousy. If you give Abba more jealousy, then she become the best character with her jealousy mode. And it's very hard for to stop her once she gets jealousy mode. The goal for is to safely approach without giving Abba an opportunity to mash out and to gain more jealousy and to snowball the round. So let's see. So I like this to start with. A thing to note, let's see. As he keeps on doing these HCLs, all these HCLs were with on standing Abba. So HCL is not a very good neutral poke or a thing to be doing in this matchup. You really shouldn't be doing it. Because Abba usually won't get hit. They have to be pressing a button to be able to get hit by this. So luckily, Diaphone gets a knockdown, gets to start the mix. I also like this. Against Abba in neutral and jealousy mode, the Abba wants to make something happen. So they'll usually run up and do a 5H, a forward slash or a 5H. So you want to be you want to approach them and ways that the forward slash or the 5H will whiff. So either by going tall above the forward slash and 5H with a L dash, a jump L dash JS like Diaphone did here, or to do a dive kick or to go lower with an S stroke or H stroke. Gets hit by a 6P unluckily, and gets to start the offense. Let's see if, Diaphone's still doing good offense. Let's see his defense right here. I also like this. Fuzzy jumping is very good against Abba. It just, you're trying to waste as much times in jealousy mode so that you're just wasting time while jumping. And once you're wasting time, they're going to have less jealousy mode, therefore they will have to go back to normal mode, and then you can start your pressure and start playing neutral again. Unlikely. Gets hit by that second record right there from Diaphone. The lucky dive kick into grab. Somehow that always works. I don't know how. The JD into 2K, the Season 1. I don't like this. This won't kill. This 100% won't kill. Abba has a decent amount of health, and you're just building up your opponent more bursts. And you don't want to be doing that when you can just do a regular mix. This is another thing I was talking about with the HCL stuff. If you're doing like JH into LHCL, there's a very high probability it will whiff because of Abba's standing height. Most of the time, this won't whiff against characters with heights similar to Kai or Soul and that type of stuff. But luckily it helped Diaphone. 2S into MRA. Good offense right there. Being fake as always. And gets a wall break off this with 50%. Let's see what he does. Back off? Nope. Keep on going in with not a hard knockdown. See, this is another thing I was talking about. Abba popped the jealousy. And instead of holding back, you have to approach Abba. Abba's going to approach you anyways with her movement speed. Her running speed is the fastest in the game. It's similar to Chip when she gets into jealousy mode. So you got to approach her, in my opinion. So you either do that with a dive kick, or in this case, with an S stroke or an H stroke. I don't like this. This is like Season 1 stuff. This is Season 1 to S stroke, 2S into HCL. But this time into MRI. I would just do S stroke into 2D right here. And to RC. S stroke into 2D is a combo. And see if I get Oki that way. You don't have to take a risk right there with Diaphone was doing. This time he did the JS, JD, and 2K. And the Abba's catching on. What's unlucky. hard to block, but because the ABBA didn't go back to normal mode, she now has no jealousy, so you can safely. This is a good way to approach. If you do the note, and if they parry it, you get a free opportunity to do a meaty JH or JS. So that's what Diaphone does right here. Right here, I don't know. That's a little sad. You have to be a little bit careful when you're doing wilder sort of combos of what you do beforehand. So if you do if you have some counter hit stuff, you do like counter hit JS into another JS and then 6H into wilder sword. It's going to be a little bit different with the gravity scaling. So I rather prefer a 6H in this case, but that's if you're more recognizant of the case, because you don't need that much. I think that in that case you need to delay the JS a little bit more than usual. Okay, let's see what he does on round start again. Yeah, I'm starting to recognize that Diaphone's a lot more aggressive than a lot of other people. He's just willing to just throw out MOA and H-Stroke a lot more than the other players. And most of the other players who have been playing throughout the seasons are more reliant on dive kick as an option compared to just risking it all with an H-Stroke, an S-Stroke, or MOA. More players are going to just doing raw MOA and neutral, but it's a good thing to point out. And just another case, I don't like this. I kept on saying, this ATL will always 80% of the time whiff. There's a raw H-Stroke and to mess up the combo. I like this. This is a good thing to note. This is an ABBA specific thing. Dive kick hop, most ABBAs will mash 2P here because this is the fastest button, but if you hop after the dive kick, the 2P will F. And so if you do a JS or a JK in this case, you can get a punish. Oh no, how you get hit by that? JD into key grab. There's a lot of scary option from right here. ABBAs with a cross up, good blocking. I might as well point this out. When you block the overhead here, because the overhead from ABBA is -2 on block, you're gonna have to play a guessing game of either if they're mashing or they're gonna be backdashing afterwards. So you either have to decide between like a force flash, a JS to catch a backdash, or between a 2K. In this case, and Diaphone gets wrong. Good super from Diaphone. Gets a safe jump. Kept on doing MOA, messed it up. I like this right here. Good choice of a BRC. You can make a lot of stuff safe and just mess up the fuzzy timing when you do BRC mix-ups with Good. Just raw MOA again. I wonder what the ABBA is doing because that does not whiff punish 5H right there. I like Diaphone just taking his time, not needing to approach, walking back. You want to be careful in this matchup when ABBA's in normal mode because you don't really need to approach. It's on the opportunity of the ABBA player to approach you now when it's in normal mode. See, another case where this MRI keeps on, HCL keeps on whiffing. Should really stop. Yeah, Diaphone needs to be doing the. I'm just guessing hasn't learned it about it yet, but we'll go back to this dive kick RC. If you right here, he's trying to do. Right here, you want to do a fast RC, a dive kick, fast RC into JH whiff, into JS or a 2K right there. That'll give you a 50-50. But messes up the timing, gets a slow RC. Good punish. 2K 2D on the second Rekka from ABBA.
Oh, I get killed.
There's the punish. Oh. Yeah, I'm not used to it. There's some invincibility after the install. be careful. Yeah, I like this from Diaphone again. The ABBA here is trying to bait out a reverse super. And you want to be looking for YOCs instead against ABBA. Because you can't, it's much harder to punish those. And it requires a different mechanism to punish those. Oh.
Fuck, that's good.
Loses that. This is just another case of just Diaphone specifically. You don't really expect Eno players to just rip out a raw 8-stroke. Or just 8-stroke like that. More often they'll be doing that stroke, you know, Amorai, or just not doing it, not doing any cancels at all. Good stuff. This is good recognition. Most of the times Diaphone has been very defensive and just backing off during round start, and he takes that in consideration in hard reads or false slash with a 6P, and gets the combo off it, and the Oki started. Good a double hover dash to mix up the timing. Just another case of when you shouldn't be ATRing. In this case, you should be looking to either slightly act like you're approaching by doing a short hover dash, so you can do an 8-stroke or jump back and dive kick, instead of doing this HCL. And Diaphone gets wall broken? Nope. Good reverse super from Dive. Oh, he messes up. He accidentally did he was trying to go for a meaty 2K, but accidentally whiffed the 2K. Could have gone for a grab with that, but not fast enough. Okay. I also like this. It's not the best, but just doing a note after a boss, because you can't really do much. And you're trying to waste the time, the jealousy rage time with the note. So I like this after a boss. It's all about wasting the jealousy mode time. Gets hit by that 5H. ABBA has some of the best pokes against Eno's pokes. 5H is huge, and Eno has a really hard time trying to counterpoke this. So you really shouldn't be trying to counterpoke it. And more opportunities or not, if you're not at the range where 2S can hit, or it will hit your ABBA in an opponent, you should be looking for a 8-stroke, a S-stroke, or a jump back dive kick to whiff punish this 5H.
Oh my god, that was a good swing.
Has to block this. This is very good jumping. This is good recognition that the ABBA players trying to do something fake. And good YOC bait.
Okay. That's clean bait. That's clean bait. I'm the king of gambling.
Oh my god.
I'm the king of gambling.
I think he just messed up the hit conforming. Because when you hit conforming off MOA, you don't want to be doing this. On block, you don't want to be doing this H-dive. Accidentally gets it, but somehow gets a grab afterwards, so that's good. I think right here was a mistake. He tried to do H-dive right here. Yeah. I don't think that was... You can bait a boss off a JD by jumping up, jumping back, and waiting for the bait boss, but that looked like a misinput other than a hard read. Good thing to note is that he's recognizing his opponent doesn't know how to fuzzy block Eno that well, so he doesn't need to do any like delayed JD timings. Instead, just to do the regular Eno mix. Oh, messes that up. This is a scary combo to do in the corner. So I rather prefer just doing a 6H into Amorai and then doing a corner combo from there. Because that can happen if your jumps aren't perfect. And the wall will push you out.
Fuck me.
And all mistakes are really bad against ABBA, especially when she can whiff punish you and get full jealousy mode. Like, you know. Good BRC. Diaphone. See what he does on round start. This is a Diaphone special of doing the 8-stroke. Back in the day, he always did that.
I thought he was gonna...
Here's another reason, like, when you're approaching, it's not the best approach to go for just a hover dash JS or JH, because this //5H is so fast. Abba's Fall Slash in Josie mode is 9-frame startup, and it will hit hover dash all the time. So you should be looking for auto approaches most of the time with that stroke until you can convince the Abba to press a button that isn't Fall Slash slash 5H. See, this is another case where it's like you need to be approaching Abba and try to not whiff punish her because her buttons were so much superior than your Ino's in Josie mode. As Diaphone got punished with that 2S right there. This is looking like a hard opportunity. Yeah, this will punish it too.
Oh fuck.
There's not much you can do right there. You need to do a super jump, specifically a super jump to whiff punish it with a dive kick right there against the tentacle super. Point. I'm surprised he does this. I think this is season 1 like habits right here. 6P into S stroke. Most Ino players now do 6P into MRA as their habits when they see the opponent blocking the arrow after the 6P. Raw 8 stroke. Raw dog kick. Gets hit. Yeah, this is just hard to block. You just need to be good, and sometimes you're not it. You're not that guy. Gets hit by this. Probably trying to do a super. Reverse a super. Good blocking. Gets hit by that 50-50. Unlucky.
Should guess right on the third overhead.
That's true. Oh my god, this is not a good this is not a good round start option. This is a lot worse than round start 8 stroke. Round start down the right. That's only gonna win against an opponent who's trying to air dash backwards or just do nothing. This is something curiously to point out, but it seems to work off. Oh, let me go closely back on when they do that MLA hits. Most opponents, for some reason, when Ino players do like hover dash and then fall to the ground and do MLA, so many opponents want to backdash, and this MLA always hits the backdash. I don't know why. You see this a lot with round start. Oh,
that was good.
This is a very good option from the Abba player. Instead of doing Fall Slash and 5H, they can do the DP instead. This DP is invulnerable to hits, so it can only be punished with a whiff punish. And Diaphone was trying to do an MOA, which is a pretty bad option. Should probably be looking for a S stroke or a 8 stroke in my opinion. There's a lot of desperateness in my opinion. But there was no jealousy, so this is a good opportunity for Diaphone to start his offense and get a comeback. S-stroke and RC. I like this right here. This is season 1 tech that more people really should be doing. Off this S-stroke RC, doing this walk forward will mess up the fuzzy timings and make you have to react to the 2K or the overhead with the JS, which I like. It's a lot more safer too, compared to doing like a whiff JH into 2K or something like that. To do that walk forward. See, doing it again, and this time it goes for the overhead. Instead of going for the low with that RC off that stroke. On block. Good stuff, good stuff. Good, really good stuff. 2S. Just really being aggressive. Diaphone really wants to take his turn and not block. Messing up with the Rekkas. Off the what this Apple player's doing is they're doing the Rekka 1 and then they're mashing a 2K or something like that. Mashing a button afterwards. You can interrupt the Rekka 1 and then whatever button they're trying to mash afterwards. And I would recommend that over trying to jump out. Just mash out. Oh, slow reactions right there. Rip. Good deflection. You want to be really saving your resources against Abba in jealousy mode because that's the scariest part of Abba. If you can waste your resources so they don't do damage to you, you don't need to keep your resources for offense. in most cases for in this matchup. You really just want to be keeping them on defense because that's where they're necessary. That's where ABBA gets most of her damage, and that's where ABBA wins. That's her win condition.
No.
Oh,
Wait.
gets out though. Has a chance. This is a really possible comeback right here. Just gotta be nice S stroke right there. Lots of scrambling, but all the scrambling working. Right here, if Diaphone was more perspective, after this 2K 6H, he can do S stroke and set up a wall slump if he wants to, but he just does a second 6H hit and do into HCR to get in the middle, which is fine. I like this boss. It's really just a boss waiting to win the game, wanting to win the game, but doesn't win. There's the 6P that JD. This is a problem with 2S. Most of ABBA's buns would trade neutrally for ABBA or trade favorably, or just straight up beat Ino's 2S. For example, ABBA can do 2D in this case and trade favorably. Good punish with that 2P from the ABBA player. Needs to do more hover dive hop in my opinion.
That's a good chase down.
Well, messes up the ABBA player. Has a chance. Doesn't whiff punish that 5H with dive kick. A little bit slow. And I don't know what that. Let me go back. I think he tried to. I think he tried to press a button. No, he was trying to jump out. Unlucky. Gets punished, and this should be death with the super. Oh, ABBA player messes up. There was an opportunity. Unlucky. I think that Diaphone tried to do that 2P, but got with punish instead.
Whoever asked for, they jinxed it. They fucking jinxed it.
2-2 last game for
I'm gonna save you from getting banned. Trust.
the set. Good backdash on that 5H into MRA into MRA. Good mix up.
So fucking good.
I don't think it's the defense really that Diaphone is messing up. I think in most cases, his opponent's just really good on the offense and just gets like one opportunity to snowball the game. Just guesses once correctly.
Oh, that was good bait.
Good punish with the 2S right there. It's going for a close slash. Sometimes the close slash can whiff for some characters, so going on the ABBA player. Gets punished. No, I don't. It seems like Diaphone in this round start options has been trying to pick the more aggressive options. Instead of doing the start of the set, he was picking more defensive options. I think he should stop being so aggressive on round start and be a little bit more defensive. Because that has been winning him games, winning him the first and second games. Has helped. Good whiff. Good punish anti-air of the 6P from Diaphone. But gets punished. Good block on the 50-50 right there. But fails the punish. Fails the block more.
Oh my god, bro. Alright,
and loses the set.
take it.
Overall, Diaphone was playing this good. I think he should have been a little bit more defensive on the later games because it felt like he just wanted to close the games, the set out on the last couple of games by being so aggressive with all of these get-in options with the H-stroke, the raw MRA, on round start with the 2 S's and poking with a hover dash JS and that type of stuff, and it was just getting him punished. And those opportunities help ABBA get back into the game because she only needs one opportunity to get into JSA Rage mode and snowball the game into a win. Overall, good job from Diaphone.